Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you may or may not know, it's Monday, August 1st, 2011, and I didn't pay rent. Oh, crap. Welcome to Funday Monday. It is the Day 9 Daily number 332. And we're going to be doing a little bit of Planetary Fortress rushing the opponent's natural expansion today, and I feel great. I would like to introduce to you, at the start of this daily, well, first of all, to this great mug that actually says Day 9. You can't quite see. Maybe you can see. Yeah, so I'm going to be sipping my water out of that. I branded liquid today. But I just got done with an epic tournament weekend at Major League Gaming Anaheim that was so good. Weirdly enough, my voice is still alive. I feel so incredibly amazing. And in fact, I would like to give a special shout out to DJ Wheat, aka Marcus, for being the coolest human being alive, because casting with him was a blast. And there's a reference that was made during one of those games that I think only he and maybe one other lucky person understood at the time. It all comes back to the following damn you autocorrect photo, right? We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. It's here, okay? Here's what the mother texts. I just got off the phone with your brother. He said you gave him a boner. And the daughter says, ew, Mom, what the fuck? That's sick. Why would you say that? Boner, Amanda. Loan. All right, there's the little mess up. See, it was autocorrect. Wow, Mom, you need to learn to text. Yes, I gave him 600. Boner. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, what always gets me at the end is this one where it says boner right there, the last one. She's trying so hard. This mother desperately wants to just type loan to find out what's going on with her children. She's worried, and her phone keeps just popping out boner, right? So, what I've actually found is my favorite over time, what I actually found was my favorite is the center one. The center boner man is my favorite thing ever, because he said you just gave him a boner. And it's like, ew, Mom, why would you say that? And I have this image of this concerned mother who's annoyed at her daughter and just goes, boner, Amanda, you need to take things more seriously. So while I was in the game with DJ Wheat, I just showed him this thing, and I turned and I said, my God, Jinro held off that push brilliantly. He is playing like a baller, Amanda. And then Wheat had to mute his microphone for like 3 more minutes while he laughed and laughed. And that was one of the most monumentous moments of the entire weekend. It was so fun. So Amanda, I'd like you to meet all the wonderful Day 9 viewers. Let's go ahead and pop into game number 1. It's going to be an introductory game where we get the chance to see exactly... There it is. Exactly what this Funday Monday topic is all about. It is about building a planetary fortress at your opponent's natural expansion as your first expansion. It is the Planetary Fortress Rush. Let's see how it turns out. So we have Clone Tom at the right position. And we have Creedon. Yes! Oh, yes, Creedon. I'd like to give an extra special shout out to your extra special shout out. Hi, good luck, Day GG9, have fun. Sly sneaking it in, the slithery eel that he is, man, just to work my name in, and hopefully the opponent understands. You see what I did there? To which Zerg replies, yes, lol. Now, Zerg has good intuition, is going to send a scout out when only having 7 drones mining. Now, for any of you who've ever played in a 2v2, or, you know, I don't know, maybe even played on that public ladder at all, you can get a good sense of what your opponent is doing always by when he begins talking. Because if he's trying to talk a little too early, are you trying to hide something? Is something up? Looks like our Zerg player, Clone Tom, taking that a little bit seriously. Moving out with a... Wow, didn't even pull the drone off with the minerals, just sending it directly away. And Creedon is doing the Planetary Fortress Rush on Scrap Station. It's kind of a bold play, considering the Planetary Fortress here does no effect on the Zerg opponent, but Clone Tom... now realizing something is amiss. And the hidden SCV by Creedon. I hate your life, says Clone Tom. That's a lot of spite, you know. That's a lot of anger. A lot of times I'm like, grr, I can't believe you did that. But Clone Tom hates his whole life. That is fantastic. Really unleashing a good bit of rage there. And I've always wondered in what circumstances you would see this in real life, because people on the internet tend to throw around a little bit of harshness every now and again, but never will I be, I don't know, maybe a cash register. I've just bought some coffee. And she's like, I'm so sorry. We actually ran out of $5 bills. Can I give you 6 ones? And I'm like, I hate your life. Oh! The worst life ever, giving me singles? What do you think I'm doing, going to a strip club? I'm not a big strip club guy. Let me just throw that out there. I'm just your average computer nerd. I don't get done casting and think, now it's time for them hoes. No, of course not. I'm actually the sort of... do you guys do this? Just as a brief aside, do you have everything that you will ever need next to your desk? Right? Like, I have, obviously, I have the deodorant within arm's reach, right? We have the phone, of course, but then, of course, we have various hot sauces for the foods that I will need throughout the day. What else do we have here? We have the hottest Pro Gamer trophy. I have that within arm's reach. We have a Manfred statue marine within reach. I mean, for me, it's all just here. And because there's no strip club in reach, there's no purpose, right? There's no purpose. So you're seeing now that Clone Tom is, wow, going for an evolution chamber rush. You flew to the island. By the way, just I missed this the first time I saw this. All right, okay. All right. Oh wait, all right. I didn't back up enough. All right, I didn't back up enough. All right, come on, back and back and back. All right, I have to make sure that we hit it. We hit the cadence just right. I hate your life. To which Cretan replies, "How can you tell? How can you tell that you hate my life? Did you get a litmus paper and touch it with my life and it showed up blue? Were there blood samples? Were they mixing it in the lab and it begins bubbling? Wow, I hate him. Look at that reaction. It's frothing. How can you tell? What's the indicator that my life is hated by you, Cretan?" Really wanted to get to the bottom of things, but of course we hear the "you flew to the island" from Clone Tom. Cretan is just happy. Mad or it's okay? Cretan just double checking, doesn't want to cause any upsetness, and there is the spot. I'll tell you later. Clone Tom going to end this conversation after he does get a brief visit from his doctor, and of course Clone Tom going to go ahead and get those spore crawlers up as quickly as possible. Spore crawlers are going to be able to defend against an incoming command center loaded up with SCVs. And there's Cretan. The timing is so crisp on the fast planetary fortress at the natural expansion, leaving one SCV behind the initial 6 so that it may move over to this expansion. And thusly it lands. And we do see engineering bay going down and the command center, and of course the fast gold snagged by Clone Tom. The spore before pool play, securing Tom enough time to get all his drones mining on just one geyser. And there it is, the Hydra Den, the Spire, all the layer tech he will ever need. And Clone Tom sees absolutely nothing. And Cretan building a base by his base. Looking good. Cretan going to go ahead and get that essential high-sec auto-tracking and the structure armor, making this the strongest planetary fortress. There's Cretan with the knew it. He called that his opponent was going to be going for a Spire rush, perhaps because he suspected it would be the appropriate counter-response to the island. Perhaps he just suspected his opponent hates winning. One of the two could be the case. Whatever it is, we do know that Cretan gets it. Oh, yes, indeed. And we're going to see the larva injects. We're going to see the mutalisks try to pierce in, but to no avail. The Zerglings from Clone Tom. Uh-oh. We do see a full 4 spore crawlers again defending the lone geyser. And what's going to happen? Cretan knocking down the destructible rocks weirdly from the wrong side. And Clone Tom is going to be getting that Hydralisk range. Hydralisk, an essential part of mid-game. Gonna go up and do a little bit of scouting, and oh yes, the Ibix cannon turns out to be fairly good. He tries to suicide to kill the missile turrets. This will help all 4 of his mutalisks. 4 mutalisks. By the way, Clone Tom, what is your favorite number? 4. 4 mutalisks will not be able to do much, and the mutalisks do indeed fall. Both remain. And we can see a pretty typical counterattack. Zerg throwing himself off a little bit, but no big deal from Cretan. He had a good, smart, planned build order. Hydrals are incoming, but they'll get cleaned up with relative ease. To which Clone Tom just says, "Kill me now." And meanwhile, in the main base, it looks like Cretan wants to just double check. He's just going to scan him and going to realize, I'm not actually going to kill him now. He's going to sit back And here comes the Hydralis moving forward. The death, and Clone Tom departs from the game. I hate your life. Oh my god. All just because we floated away to the island. So, that is your intro game for the day. We do get the chance to see that people are doing some experimentation with the early Planetary Fortress at your natural expansion build. But we are going to now see a technique used by a fellow in Neutron Star versus Omar that is truly boner. So let's go ahead and pop into it. In the top left, we have Omen, the enemy. And in the top right, we have Neutron Star. Now, keep in mind, what I said was that your first expansion must be a planetary fortress at the opponent's natural expansion. Seems to be sensible. You don't necessarily have to go for it very quickly, but we're seeing Neutron Star favor the refinery on 9. Definitely wants to get that gas mining early. He's going to have a couple SCVs mining minerals, and by a couple, I mean less than he had at 0 seconds. He has 5 now. 5 for Neutron Star. That's good. He has 2 SCVs here. Checking the front. And Omen, going to be engaged in a little bit of a confrontation. Will he get the SCV? Absolutely. That is what he is going to do. Yes, Neutron Star. So far, so good. That's how these games work. And what's he going to be doing with this second SCV? Oh, it is sneaking over to the command center. Now, it's planting down. And the gas on 9 from Neutron Star, he's getting up an additional geyser. And Omen distracted by the SCV. Neutron Star needs a little bit more time. He needs to begin building. We're seeing some innovation occur. We're seeing Neutron Star. He successfully has transferred his workers. Yes! And now to build the engineering bay. One step at a time, one step at a time. We don't throw all the ingredients in. We just place them in a little bit at a time. And then, at the end of the day, what happens? We're going to have a delicious, tasty pastry known as a proxy planetary fortress. But Neutron Star doesn't want to rush himself. Neutron Star is what we call gifted. Isn't that tactful? We call this an enrichment build. Build order, Amanda. Omen going for mass marines. Neutron Star will be getting that planetary fortress up perhaps at some point. He does have this command center still hanging out at the front. Neutron Star, he might be the new school QXC. And there's the marine getting the spot. How will Omen respond? Omen sees it. And he's going to town, but micro. He manages to pull back. There's the extra gas geyser going down because we really needed another one. There's the first barracks, barracks number 1. Neutron Star has successfully established his planetary fortress, leaving him at 9 food. 9 total food to 35 in the unit counting station. We do see about twice as many workers, 15 marines from Omen. About even at this point because we do have the contain up for Neutron Star. Neutron Star feeling quite comfortable at this point. And how will he play it out? Neutron Star is going to be rallying as many SCVs to his natural expansion as he can. Omen now adding on more and more mariners. Can never forget the importance of those mariners. Again, this is an essential build order that Omen is doing. This is what his keyboard is doing right now. The AAA build. And there's the scout barracks. It confirms that his opponent does have units, at which point Neutron Star is thinking to himself, perhaps I should invest in some of those getting a factory. Yes, the ever-important high-sec auto trackers coming down. That does allow the extra range on the Ibix cannon of the Neutron Star. And there's the combat shield incoming. More Marines. They're going to be strong. They're going to be slow. And you know what? Neutron Star says to himself, I have this base at the front of his. What am I going to do with the one that's left in my main? Well, I guess just, I don't know, maybe scout with it? I mean, it's not a planetary fortress. I don't know, I didn't really want the Star Command Center. I mean, use it, put a drink on it. Who needs it? So we're going to see. It looks like Neutron Star now has this Command Center heading, I mean, is he going to expand over here? I mean, we didn't really need this gas geyser. I mean, we have another one over here that's doing the exact same thing. I mean, 0 SCVs here, 0 over there. No big deal. It's equivalent. Command center going to be heading over to this side. Oh, a lot of Mariners still being made by Omen. A pretty standard play. Going to get that combat shield once again. But we see Neutron Star is going to cover for drops. He is going to ensure that no drops can sneak by. And if he does, he can land this command center, build an SCV that can construct a turret to shoot down said drop. Or something more ominous in store. Alright. Does Omen see? He doesn't see the orbital command. Oh, right. There's the scout. He's backing away. Just trying to get a count on the Marines. So far, the game is fairly even. They both have about the same number of SCVs. Omen has 29 extra Marines that the enemy doesn't have, but Neutron Star going to begin pushing with his Planetary Fortress as that key choke point. And more Marines being made. Omen realizing that he can make as many barracks as he wants, and no matter how many he has, he'll always have enough money to build Marines. Isn't that funny how it works? You asshole Terrence. I cannot tell you how many games I've played recently where, I don't know, maybe I'm Zerg, and I don't know, maybe I need an extra hatch because I enjoy money. So that way, when I have 3 bases fully saturated and 75 workers, 3 queens injecting their larvae, and then you know what Zerg does? Makes roaches 12 at a time, and then he's broke, and then he has to sit, and he has to wait. But you know what Terrans do? Terrans build barracks, and then they hold this button down. There it is. Ah. And it's not a problem at all. I make banelings, and then you know what happens? I kill all your fucking Marines. You thought something bad was going to happen. No, it tastes good. My opinion changed fairly immediately upon sipping that delicious water. Now, Omen does know that he's going to have infinite Marine production, even if he's mined out and has 0 SCVs. Those mules invent money. So he will be able to drive himself forward. And uh-oh, Neutron Star. He's going to be doing a little scouting expedition. It's not the right time. Can he sneak in? Oh. He's building Planetary Fortress, but he gets spotted. Retreat. Escape. Oh, Neutron Star doesn't quite manage to make it in. Oh, he couldn't sneak the hidden Planetary Fortress in the guy's base. And this reminds me a lot of when I went to my local Chuck E. Cheese's in Kansas City. And there was a birthday party for, I think, maybe 6, 7, 8-year-olds. I tried to pretend that I was a friend and in attendance because it was free pizza for his birthday. And though I think his parents were pretty upset when they finally managed to get me out, I did get 3 full slices of mushroom pepperoni. Neutron Star doesn't quite have that same luck, though. He will be pulling back. But Omen is having a pressing matter at the front. A siege tank unleashing a volley of awesome. And oh, the Marines are in range, but Omen going to be pulling them back. Neutron Star advancing forward. Neutron Star teasing the Chuck E. Cheesing on the right side. Can he get a step forward? For any of you wondering, I didn't actually go to Chuck E. Cheese's to steal pizza. Can I just throw that out there? We've already established that I'm not going to go to a strip club to see dem hoes. You think I'd go to a Chuck E. Cheese's for pizza? Of course not. I'd bring the pizza here, and then I would put Cholula on it. You guys don't have any class. Ah. As we head back into the game, we see Neutron Star with the siege tank continuing to invade the base. Omen... He's sneaking in. He's sneaking in. Oh, Neutron Star landing. Oh, will he be able to finish it? How will Omen react? He has a lot of focus at the front of the base right now, and it looks like Neutron Star can't quite macro enough. And there it is. And there it is, Omen. Where are you looking, man? He's looking at the front. Omen. You gotta build supply depots, Omen. You hear that, Omen? You need additional supply depots. He's trying to scoot his tanks to the front. Trying to get into position. Alright, ready for liftoff? Your supply block, though, Omen. Your tanks are falling at the front. Marines being pulled back. Alright, let's select this. We're going to add the extra supply depots. Alright, there's a tank here. And wait a minute. Oh no, there's a Planetary Fortress over here, isn't there, Omen? Oh no! Go for it, Omen, quickly! Quickly, Omen! Neutron Star with the 14 kills before getting taken down. And in the meantime, the siege tanks are rolling into the base. Neutron Star looking good. Neutron Star unleashing the volley of painfulness. And oh, Omen. Omen hates Neutron Star's life at this point in time. One tank from Neutron Star. Oh my god, the brutal one tank, one Viking composition. The money mix for Neutron Star versus the 23 Marines, the 2 medevacs. He's going to charge forward. He's going to wait until he's just out of range and then retreat. Neutron Star's single tank at a full 8 kills. And oh my gosh, we see the Neutron Star doubling his Viking count at the front. And he might even follow up by doubling the tank count. And there, Neutron Star is sneaking up. Vikings taking some hits. Omen shaking noticeably. Oh, he's gonna get the fuck out of there. He's gonna run. There's a tank. Quickly, get everyone away. Run. Run. Oh my gosh. And at this point in time, Neutron Star must be excitedly calling Amanda because he has managed to brank the front. And the command center nowhere to run or hide. There was a command center from Neutron Star hiding at the top right there to spot earlier on. Omen with the full... Oh no! Only gets out a pair. Repair. Take him down, Neutron Star. And what are you looking for, Omen? What are you looking for? What are these medevacs doing, Omen? Wait, hold on, Omen. I have to do some research, Omen. Don't worry. I'm a researcher. All right, because we were called that this was the day when the evacuation plan occurred. Counterattack! Counterattack the enemy! Counterattack... Well, I guess there's nothing here. All right, counterattack. Counterattack, Omen. Let's find out your vision. Suffering a lot of pain down there. Trying to run. Looks like all his focus is up at the top. Will he ever bring focus down to those units at the bottom right? Looks like we do see the unload and the repairs coming up. And there's a moment of quizzicalness. You see that? Where the Terran player gets here and says... Where did the base go? Well, he's not here. He's not here. That's right. Everything's concentrated at the front, Neutron Star. Neutron Star devoted absolutely all of 100% of his resources to the front, and we see that the orbital command... Well, it's going to be fine. No! He'll be killed off. Neutron Star. Going to unleash the pain, and it falls. One more base. Neutron Star. 3 tanks. The hero tank with the 2 kills. Commander tank, 22 kills. Or will the medevacs go? Omen being revealed. And Omen can't believe it. Look at the medevacs. Where are they? Where? Well, he ran out of buildings and he ended the game. Boom! Big shout out to Neutron Star for performing the excellence that is the extreme commitment and dedication to the early Planetary Fortress rush, getting the gas on 9, scouting with two full SCVs to the front, building that Planetary Fortress. And that strategy was just boner, Amanda. We will be going on to part number 2 in just a moment. For the time being, I want everyone to just admire how hot I am if the camera angles line up in an appropriate fashion. In part number 2, we're going to be looking at a pair of fail games. Whatever you do, do not go anywhere. It's part 2 of Funday Monday happening right after this.